Now, if there is any boat that typifies America, it's this one behind me. This is the new Chris Craft 35 GT. Now, Chris Craft, a very well-known American brand. They've been going for years. They're probably the closest thing to the Riva of the US, and they are wonderful looking boats. We'll try and give you an idea of just how good this looks, but beautiful kind of modern retro styling, lots of teak, a kind of cream coloured gel coat, Portofino blue, I'm told this particular colour scheme, lots of lovely stainless steel detailing, beautiful upholstery, and a really attractive hull shape. You can't see it at its best here, but I'll tell you what, we might just pop on here and see if we can have a quick peek. We'll just borrow this very lovely Princess R35 just to get a better view of the side of that boat. You see those lovely lines, the big bow flare, the slight tumble home at the stern. Very pretty boat. But let me show you everything there is to see, because this is quite a fancy new generation of boat with lots of nice tricks on it. Let's have a little look at the details first of all. You can see it's 34 foot 9 inches long, 10 foot 10 inch beam. Price for this particular model with all the kit you see on it is £618,000 ex-tax. Got 700 litres of fuel. We've got 132 litres of water and twin 350 horsepower V8 engines, but we're going to have a look at that in the actual flesh. So, stepping on board, you can see normally you come on the stern. Because we're alongside the quay here, I'm going to jump on board here, but we've got very neat integrated bathing platform here, nothing too huge, lovely teak either side. Now, Chris Craft of old used to have a sort of central passageway into the boat, which always meant that you'd ended up sort of treading on the cushions as you went through. So what they've done here is move it over to the side. Just take note of those lovely stainless steel gratings. I don't think they serve any particular... Actually, no, I think it looks like they might be air inlets for the engine, but just beautifully done. Pop-up cleats, even the fender buttons you see there, they just pop in and out, so you don't have to have rails. You have got these lovely teak grab rails either side. Really nice sunbed area here. And something you'll see a lot of on this boat are cup holders, almost everywhere you look. I think for a 35-foot boat, this has probably got more cup holders than any other boat I've seen. But I'll show you a few of those as we go round. Really smart kind of cream leather effect seating. And then walkway into the boat. C shape of seating all the way around. And one of the neat tricks on here is that this backrest can also slide forward. So you see, you give that a pull, that becomes a really lovely headrest for a full-length sunbed. But equally, you can slide it back, and then you've got a perfectly bolstered backrest for sitting on this side of the divide. Again, fold-down cup holders, and more, and more. Cup holders absolutely everywhere. But there's a bit more to it than that. I'll just pop those away for a minute and lift up these seats here. Whoop. There we go. If I just prop that up there temporarily, and the same for this one here. Prop that up there temporarily. You can see, you've got some storage under here. There's also a fridge under there. But check this out. This is a full folding table. So that comes out, locks into place, unfolds, put the cushions back, just about squeeze that, oh, I've got that the wrong way round, pop that in there, and again, pop this one back in here, and then you've got a lovely dining area, perfectly sized table to fit in there, but then all folds away when you don't need it. And you can see you can screw that into place using that. That locks it all nice and firm. Now, over on the starboard side, this is another new feature that they're offering now, which is a side boarding gate, or dive gate they often call it, because that swings round into there. You've then got side access to the boat, and under here, if I pop that off, you can see there is also a bathing ladder under there. So that folds out and over, and you've got lovely side access to the water. Very handy for diving, fishing, or just nice, neat access straight from the cockpit for your kids to the sea. Locks safely into place, there we go. Lovely wet bar over here. We've got a little bin in there. Oh. Fridge. Drawer style fridge. Again, more of these lovely teak oval shaped handrails. And lift this up. We can see there is a grill and a sink under there. All very cool. Now you can see on this model we've got a full length hard top. There are a number of options here. You can also have a canvas style hard top. So not only it's a little bit lighter, but also it'll actually fold down. So if you need to lower the air draft to store on a dry storage stack or similar, then the whole thing folds down and makes it a little bit lower. But in this configuration, you've got a lovely solid hardtop shade, lots of integrated lights everywhere you look around this boat. They can all be changed colour to match whatever it is you're particularly set up a particular vibe. And then up here you can see there is an extending sunshade. And moving forward to the helm area, again, really beautiful classic Chris Craft design, sort of combining the best of modern technology with old world style. It's a beautiful 3-section steering wheel. You can see these beautiful stainless steel and polished mahogany spokes, a little weighted hub in the middle of it, so whenever you turn it, it always stays upright. Got these traditional analog dials for the main engine RPM, and also obviously you can have speed and things up in there, but you've also got it all on digital circuit. So you've got complete control of the boat here. You can access all the circuitry. You can have it as navigation panels, and then engine controls here. We've got twin 350 horsepower V8s on this. They are Volvo stern drive, so we've got the Volvo throttles here. We've got the joystick control for them too. We've got a bow thruster, main power, and this is the new Seakeeper ride control system, which is effectively like two oversized circular trim tabs that actually act as a sort of stabilizing force underway. They're so fast acting that it maintains an absolutely level ride, both fore and aft and the side to side. So they're kind of supercharged trim tabs that operate as stabilizers. And here we've got lovely manual buttons too for the sort of key controls. So let's just have a little look at the engine hatch. You can see we've got engine hatch control over here, and that lifts up. The whole of that aft end lifts up on two really powerful electric rams. Oh, that's just the seat back sliding down. That's probably far enough, we can get an idea. So there are the two 350 horsepower V8s. Now those should give a top speed of around about 45 knots. You can also upgrade those. If you want to go all the way, you can get twin 430 horsepower V8s and a top speed of over 50 knots. They also build really nice hulls, Chris Craft. They're nice deep V, plane really well. So great handling boats. With all that smooth running V8 petrol power, should be quite a ride. So let's pop that engine hatch down where we found it. There we go, hatch down. Oh, there we go, engine hatch back down. And there's another quite cool feature, shade in, shade out. You can see there's a sunshade that whirs out all the way over the back of that sun pad. I'm not going to go the whole way, but you can get the idea. It's all electric. Rams carry this out, the shade unrolls, and then you've got lots of lovely shade. Now moving forward from here, let's go into the bow area first. Got a lovely big bow seating area. It is effectively a large bow rider. Again, that lovely stitched upholstery. We've got fold down armrests here, nice laid back headrests. Lots more cup holders, obviously, everywhere you look. I think those are supports for a bimini. I think you can have a shade over here too, but as you can see, lots more. There's storage under all these seats. I'll just lift up one or two of them to give you an idea. Oh, I think that gives you access to the chain locker. We've obviously got the anchor locker itself up here. All electric windlass through hull anchor, very neat. And there is one other trick here that I might be able to show you if I can just find the controls for that. Here we go. You'll see that floor area right at the front, again, is on an electronic lift, and that comes up, and that can be used for two things. You can either leave it level with the seats, and then you have a lovely big sunbathing area. I'll just stop it there. So there's an infill cushion there, and that whole thing, you then get full length sunbeds, or you can carry on up all the way and create a lovely table there too. So really neat that it's actually part of the deck, but whirs up and gives you two more options there. Now you can shut this area off. You can see there's a folding glass screen there and a windscreen that comes over. So if it does get a little bit rough or a bit of spray, you can shut the whole area off. You're then really nicely protected behind it. Now we've got a couple of tricks here. A small glove box there, no less than 3 cup holders here, and you've got a helm seat on both sides that moves backwards and forwards. Bolster cushion, again if you prefer standing up, and a little footrest, and a small storage locker under there. So just fantastically well detailed. Exactly the same on this side. That helm seat also whirs back and forth, and bolster cushion. And everything about it, you know, there's the size, the thickness of those stainless steel rails, everything. There's always something to hang on to. Everything feels really sturdy. And then there's a couple of surprises in here. If we open this one up, we've got a day heads. There's no hull windows or anything, but obviously there is lighting in here. I think you need to switch that on up at the helm first, but you've got good lighting in here. We've got an electric toilet. We've got a sink, a mirror. Not the world's largest, but to give you an idea of the scale. You can sit in there very comfortably. And then on the other side, just close that up. Open this. And there is actually a half decent cuddy cabin down here. So there you go. You can see there's an infill cushion there, and it's a small double bed. It's only really going to be for overnighting or if you're really pushing it weekending, but kind of nice to have that option. Useful storage, access to the breaker switch panel. So there is overnighting potential. I can't see many people using it very often, but it's really nice to have a dry storage area, great for stowing kit and keeping it out of the way on board the boat. I thought there's one more little feature I might just show you here. How cool is this? For the main switch panel to turn on your batteries, very neatly stowed away under the helm seat, and it's all weighted, so you can see I have to sort of hold that open, but then you can turn the main switches on, turn the power off, on, very nice and easily, and it all shuts away under that seat. So there we go. Let me finish up on one of these very comfortable seats. That is the new Chris Craft 35 GT. It is the largest model in the range. It's the flagship model. They also do, I think it's a 25 and possibly even a 29, or I'd have to double check that. But this is the flagship of the range. It's the largest model. It's the newest one. Really stylish boat. I'd love to have a drive it actually, because it looks like a cracking hull, and with those twin V8 engines should have a whole heap of performance too. But I hope you've enjoyed having a look around this. Do please let me know what you think of the boat in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching, and keep an eye out on the channel, and I'll bring you yet more boat tours and sea trials as soon as I can.